You wake up, you check your phone. Everyone looks happier than you. Better jobs, better looks, better lives. And suddenly you feel empty. Does it sound familiar? Today I'm going to tell you a story. A story about a man who had everything but felt like he had nothing because he made one deadly mistake. A mistake that's stealing your happiness right now. His name was David. Successful lawyer. Big house. Expensive car. But every single day he felt miserable. Why? Because he couldn't stop looking at others. His neighbor bought a bigger car. David felt small. His colleague got promoted. David felt like a failure. His friend went on vacation. David felt trapped. One day, something happened. Something that changed his life forever. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the one secret that finally set him free. The same secret that can change your life too. But first, let me tell you where it all went wrong. What was the breaking point that destroyed David? David was scrolling through social media. Again, his old college friend Mark just posted pictures from his new beach house. Huge windows, ocean view, perfect family smiling in the sun. David looked around his own living room. Empty, silent. Suddenly, his expensive furniture looked cheap. "Why can't I have that?" he whispered. That night, he couldn't sleep. His mind was racing, comparing, calculating, judging. Mark is more successful. I work harder, but he has more. What's wrong with me? The next morning, David made a decision. A terrible decision that he took a loan. A big one. He bought a beach house too. Bigger than Mark's. More expensive. He posted pictures online with a fake smile. 3 months later, David was sitting alone in that beach house. Debt crushing him. Stress eating him alive. But the worst part? He still felt empty. Because the house didn't fix the problem. The problem was inside him. So what finally opened his eyes? The phrase "keep up with" means to match someone's lifestyle or success. David was trying to keep up with everyone else. One evening, David sat on his expensive deck, staring at the ocean, lost, broken. An old man was walking on the beach. Simple clothes, big smile. He waved at David. David ignored him, but the old man walked closer. "Beautiful house," he said. David nodded coldly. "Thanks." The old man smiled. "Does it make you happy?" David froze. Such a simple question, but it hit him like a punch. I don't know," David admitted. The old man sat down next to him. "I used to be like you," he said softly. "Always looking at what others had. Always feeling less. Always chasing more." David turned. "What changed?" The old man pointed at the ocean. "See those waves? Every single one is different. Some are big, some are small, but they never compare. They just exist. They flow. They live." David stared at the waves. "You're like a wave," the old man continued. "You're unique. You have your own rhythm, your own beauty, but you'll never see it if you keep looking at other waves." What did David do next? Did he finally change? The phrase "chase after" means to try hard to get something. David was chasing after success and happiness in the wrong places. David couldn't stop thinking about the old man's words. The next day, he did something different. He didn't check social media. Instead, he took a walk. No phone, no distractions, just him and his thoughts. For the first time in years, he noticed things: birds singing, children laughing, the smell of fresh coffee, small, simple things. That night, he made a list, not of what he wanted, but of what he already had. Health, a job, freedom to walk, clean water, food on the table. IT wasn't glamorous, but it was real. Days turned into weeks. David stopped comparing. He unfollowed people who made him feel less. He stopped buying things to impress others. Instead, he focused on his own journey, his own growth, his own peace. One day, he looked in the mirror, and for the first time in years, he smiled. A real smile, not because he had more, but because he finally felt enough. But did this really last? Or did old habits come back? The phrase "focus on yourself" means to pay attention to your own life and goals. not others. David learned to focus on himself. 6 months later, David saw Mark again. At a coffee shop, Mark looked tired, stressed. "Man, I'm drowning in debt," Mark confessed. "That beach house? I can barely afford it. I only bought it because, well, everyone expects me to be successful." David paused. He understood. He had been there. "Let me tell you something," David said gently. "The secret of happiness isn't having more than others. It's wanting less from them. It's being grateful for your own life, your own path." Mark looked confused, but curious. David smiled. "Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your peace, your life. The moment I stopped comparing, I started living." Now, let me ask you something. How much of your unhappiness comes from comparing yourself to others? Here's your challenge today. Make a gratitude list. Write down 3 things you have right now that others might wish for. Not money, not cars, real things. Health, loved ones, freedom. Stop looking at their waves. You are your own ocean. Happiness blooms when comparison dies. Water your own garden and stop counting the flowers next door. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, you are enough, right now, exactly as you are.